Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We're about to go outside. It is cold outside. I don't know if you can hear my heater is running inside, but we're about to do a modification and some of you guys are going to love it while maybe a small portion are going to hate it, but it's going to be a controversial mod, but it shouldn't take very long and I've seen others do it and I am kind of a performance forward guy, so this is kind of one of those things that's more it's subjective, let's put it that way. So let's get outside and get this job done. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. What we're going to do today is an installation. Under hood we have the Steeda ProFlow blow-off valve 553215. And this is probably a controversial modification, so some of you guys are going to love it and some of you guys are going to say, really? So yeah, I'm a former turbo racing car guy, so this is right up my alley. So let's get it installed and see what it sounds like. There's only 3 bolts involved. Take the old recirculation valve loose and then put this in between 4 millimeter 1/4" socket. So let's get busy. Okay guys, if you look under the hood, I'm going to show you exactly where this is located. Take the camera around here, look behind the air intake tube, and if you look straight down here, there's 3 bolts back here that will take that loose, and you'll have to take this little electric clip off and it'll come right out. So let's get busy. Okay guys, took me about 10 minutes to remove the recirculation valve, and the Steeda part will sandwich in between that. So we're going to open that up and get that going. Let me open it up and I'll show you. Okay guys, it is not a hard job, but let me tell you, it's cold out here. It's about 30, I'd say about 35 degrees out here right now. And this is the last thing I want to be doing right now. But for you guys, we'll get it done. Now it comes, the Steeda ProFlow bypass valve comes with these 3 screws, and they'll replace the 3 that come out of there. I'm going to show you those real quick. And the only tool that I need is, or you will need, is I use a 4 millimeter deep socket with an extension. I also used a swivel universal joint just to get in there, because one of them is kind of at an offset, but basically it goes on the back of there. Unscrew it. Like I said, it took about maybe 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll be as easy going back in. We're about to find out. But in order for us to get the ProFlow valve in there, it's going to require us, it has 2 O-rings on it, and the O-rings need to stay in place while you're sliding that down in there so it doesn't fall off. So let me get opened up and I'll show you what we're talking about. And this thing came FedEx. We even had to sign for it. Even in the times of COVID, I had my daughter say, hey, they're bringing my item to the door and it says it needs a signature. Make sure you're up. She's like, oh, Dad, really? Yeah, so she had to get out of the bed and sign for this. Because it's like candy, I guess. I don't know. But it has 2 O-rings. You have an O-ring on this portion and this portion. The O-ring is already down in there on that one. What we're going to do to make sure that stays in place, this one is flopping out a little bit. So we have some dielectric grease, and we're going to squirt some of that into little crevices that'll help hold that O-ring in place, because it is cold out here and I'm cold, my hands are shaking. The things I do for you guys, I'm telling you. And then you're probably gonna hate me for doing this. Why did you put that on there? That's so ricer. I can hear that now. That's really ricer. I don't want to hear that. Well, the thing about it, and the beauty of any modification, or at least most of the ones that we do, if you don't like something, you can either, one, I'm doing it so you can hear it, so you can hear what it sounds like, and you'll say either, hey, I love that, or you'll say, I hate that. And then you can make the choice whether you want to do it or not. And the other thing, we're going to save all the screws from the original screws, so if we want to, we can always take this off. It's not like we got to put it on there and it's on there. And by the way, in case you guys are wondering, all of you guys who are skeptical, this is put out by Steeda, and they're not going to have you put something on your car that's going to void your warranty. All this basically does is, instead of recirculating the boost pressure when you let off the throttle, it actually lets it out to the atmosphere, which makes it sound cool for us turbo guys. You know, we have to have a little something. And I know people have said this is not a performance vehicle, and yeah, you might have an argument there, but hey, it's gonna sound cool, at least in my opinion. If you don't like it, you don't like it. So that's entirely up to you. So let's get this in place. We can remember which way it was turned around. Oh, I see it. Maybe it'll only fit on here one way. Let's see how I got this thing. Wait a minute now, these holes are not lining up. What is going on here? Okay, it will only fit one way. So what we're going to do is set the Steeda piece in there and then set this back on top the same way that it came off. So let me slide this piece in first, and then we'll set the stock piece back on top. It's also hard for me to see because there's really not a lot of light down here. So, and my eyes are watering because it's cold out here, guys. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? It's cold out here. Okay, guys, I guess the question that you have to ask yourself is, how bad do you want to have that whooshing noise of a turbo in your EcoBoost 2-liter Maverick? Well, call me a kid in a candy factory. I kind of like the sound. Now, like I said, if you don't like it, you can always take it off, but it's one of those performance kind of sounds. You either love it or you hate it. So let's turn the camera around so you guys can hopefully hear what it sounds like. Wait a minute. So you hear that little whooshing noise, that's all the excitement. So it's not a very expensive mod, and if it's something that you want to do, plan on busting some knuckles. It's not in a terrible place, it's not undoable, but I'm going to show you guys my hands what they look like. I should have did a before and after. I'm a tall guy, so it's easier for me to reach all the way in the back there than maybe some of you guys, but I'm going to show you my knuckles. This is the state of my hands. I got a cut here on my wrist from reaching back there. My knuckles are all bruised and battered. I got a cut across this hand here as well, if you can see that. All from reaching back there. Yeah, a couple of the bolts are kind of, it was easy coming out. Yeah, and a lot of you guys know that. You reach back there, of course the bolts coming out were 4mm and they had like an Allen head type bolt going back in. They were pretty sturdy as far as the hardware, but to get those started, you basically, I'm not gonna say basically, you need to get all three of them hand started, because I put two in the back, started tightening them up a little bit, and then I couldn't get the hardest one to get to in at all. So I had to unscrew the other two almost completely to get the other one started. It's just the bad angle that it's at, and you have to be careful because you do not want to strip the threads on that piece back there, because I'm sure if you do that, you know they're having a hard time getting parts right now anyway, so you don't want to be trying to get parts for something that you messed up. So I'm going to be living with that sound for a while, because I'm not going back in there and change it back right now. So maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll learn to like it more. I think it's kind of cool. You guys let me know in the comments. So that's the mod for today. So I'm going to get out on the road and let you hear as we're going down the road. Hopefully I can get this camera in a place where you can see it and hear it. Okay. Now, I don't want to ride through the neighborhood whooshing it up and getting people mad at me, but I'm going to hit it one time just a little bit, get up to speed. Can you hear it? Oh boy, we men in our toys, we just don't get enough of anything, do we? I know you guys, some of you import guys say, or even American made guys will say, that sounds ricer. Okay, I get it. Hope you guys can hear that, what it sounds like. Get out here and let you guys hear it out on the street. Doesn't affect performance, doesn't hinder or make any performance better. Instead of the boost pressure bleeding off to the inside the exhaust, it just bleeds off to the outside when the throttle is shut. So it's not performance enhancing, it just has a neat little sound that people seem to love or hate. I kind of like it. And like I say, you can always reverse it. So we'll see. My wife's gonna say, I don't hear anything. I don't understand what you did. I think it sounds neat. So we're riding down the road. While we're doing this, can we talk about some things? Stuff that you guys may or may not know about me. Yes, I come from a drag racing history background, historic even. And I can tell you with all honesty, not bragging on it or saying that it was the right thing to do. Back in the day, I did some street racing. So, yes, I had a 5-liter Mercury Capri RS Black Magic Edition. And many people who may know me from back in the day will know, and they heard about the Black Capri with the nitrous oxide on it. Yeah. And we did used to street race. Do I condone or say that that was the right thing to do? Absolutely not. Would I do it now? No. And some of the guys that get on YouTube just for likes and subscribers and do all these pulls and flying down the highway at a couple 150 mile an hour and all that, you will never see me doing that, because a bunch of reasons. One, it's illegal. Two, it's completely unsafe. safe. If anything were to happen out there, they could not only kill and injure themselves, or they could actually do it to other people who are on the highway. And we have seen those things take place. I'm not going to be on here trying to get you guys views by doing stuff like that. You'll never hear me talking about going to Mexico. Every now and then, yeah, there's a part of me that, every now and then I like to hit it a little bit in the Mach 1, getting up to speed quickly. But out here racing on the street, no. And the thing is, there are so many venues nowadays where you can, if you wish to, race your vehicle. You can go to the drag strip, and you can go, like we do, to Dominion Raceway, where we can actually race our cars around the track with instructions. There's safety involved. You'll have a helmet. We have instructors. They tell you how fast and how fast you cannot go. All of that. So there's a proper place for things to be done, and racing on the street is not good. It's not safe, and you don't have to worry about me doing that on this channel. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, and I did put a video up, and it was kind of a brief journey of how we got to this point on this channel. And I appreciate you guys, all of you guys who have liked and subscribed. Make this channel a success. And I hear people say, well, we like your calm, cool nature. I haven't always been calm and cool. And people will say, yeah, he's a nice guy. I mean, and I appreciate people even saying that. But it's about the God in me. I mean, I used to be a person that if I raced on the street, I didn't care. I just was glad I didn't get caught. And yeah, so God had to change me. And this channel is all about us having fun and enjoying life to its fullest. And if we can do that and make your days a little bit brighter, when you can come home at the end of the day and turn on YouTube and just see something that will help give you, or have you give, or make your day brighter at the end of the day, then that's what this channel is all about. I'm not on this channel to make a ton of money, to become a millionaire, all the stuff that I see people do. And I'm not willing to do anything and everything to do that. I appreciate you guys' comments. Please keep them respectful. Most of them are. I don't care for any political commentary, because that's not what this channel is about. I mean, we could talk about politics all day in another place at another time. But for me to get on there, or for any of you guys to get on there and give me some political stuff. So if I don't comment, and if you put political stuff on there and I don't comment, don't get mad. I just, I'm just not doing that on this channel. So I appreciate you guys. And I hope you all have a beautiful week. Remember to like and subscribe. There are some videos coming this week. We're getting some stuff in. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I did put the poll up, and believe it or not, most of the people who have answered the poll so far, I'll check it again in the morning, have asked to do some interior mods. And I did talk about changing the cloth seats to leather. We may even do that. But in order for some of these things to happen, I'm not made out of money. I'm just letting you guys know that some of these things I'm going to be able to have to get from vendors who are willing to take a chance on me doing a great review on their great products. And it's only going to be on great products that I do great reviews. I'm not just going to, because they give it to me free, or allow me to use something, to allow that to influence my decision one way or the other. But by you guys liking and subscribing, watching the videos, hitting the bell notifications, all those things that helps keep this channel alive, it allows me to do the content, because I'm able to get funds that I wouldn't normally have to continue to do these modifications and to enjoy this vehicle and sharing it with you guys. So yeah, that is part of it. Like I said, I'm not on this channel to make a ton of money. If I can just make enough to sustain the channel and to continue to do the stuff that you guys want to see and to present you guys with the comment, then that's good enough for me. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.